Hello guys, this is Roger69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, before I start, me and my coffee, oh well. Well, we're gonna jump in on my time machine. Again. So, let me take this out here. Okay, there. So the comic I'm going to show you is Superman Man of Steel issue number 38. And it's the first part of a story arc, which is called Dead Again. Check that out. Now this story happens after the death of Superman, funeral for a friend, and the reign of Superman. So this story starts just right, I'm not sure, it's just right after or few months after the reign of Superman. So this is the story arc that I'm reading right now. I'm up to, because I think it's a 11-part story arc, I believe so. So let me put it here. I'm up to Superman number 96. Check that out, of this story arc. Which then I got 2 more left, and I got 1 more comic book left over to finish the whole story arc. Because it's been a long story arc. It's been really long. And then I will make a, part of my Superman 75 anniversary pet project. So once I finish reading this story arc, then I will make a video about it. All I'm gonna say that in general, it's good. It's a good story. Because I haven't read it since the last time I read this story arc was in 1995, and I haven't read it till now. So it's a good read. It's a good read, and I will tell you why it's such a good read. So I'm gonna be talking about giving my thoughts and review of TALON issue number 7. Check that out. This was the first comic book that I read from my big fat stack of comics of this week. So, this is the continuation of the story of issue number 6. So, if some of you are just reading TALON, but you're not reading all the Batman books, and you're probably wondering why BANE is on this issue, and I'm not spoiling anything because it's on the cover. Well, that's because BANE, everything starts from Dark Knight issue number 1. But basically where actually BANE shows up was on issue number 6, right here. Remember this? If some of you you're not reading, well, this is where actually the first time that BANE shows up on the New 52, and continues till the end of the story arc, which is the final battle with BANE, which happens to be Dark Knight issue number 7 or number 7. Well, at the end of this story, they are fighting. Batman and BANE, they have a fight to the death. Kind of. And BANE lost his balance and fell off the cliff. But then he lands on the ocean and his body was never found. But the thing is that why BANE was in Arkham Asylum is because before the whole thing of the Court of Owls, okay, everything started before this, if I get it right. This is for the people just reading Talon and not reading all the Batman books. Well, in my case, I read them all, except for Nightwing. I read no Nightwing, and the other one, Batwing. Those are the only two Batman books that I don't read. Batman family. Okay, back to Bane. Well, the thing is that Bane, before the Court of Owls, Bane he was trying to take over the city. You know, just like a typical bad guy. You know, they either want to take over the city or they just want to take over the world and slave everybody. I know. Hey, it's coming. So, while he was on his way, Bane was on his way with some of his best killers or mercenaries, the best killers or whatever that money can buy. Can be mercenaries, killers, or whatever. So they were on the way to Gotham City. But halfway there, they got stopped. In a way that they lose control of the van where Bane was going to Gotham City. And crashed, and a bunch of Talons attacked Bane. And Bane say, "What the hell are you doing? How you dare to attack me? I'm Bane, I'm this and that." You know how obnoxious Bane can be time to time. Well, one Talon tells to Bane, "Look, we're here to stop you because we don't want no interruption from nobody because we're gonna take over the city." And Bane says, "Well, I'm the one who's gonna take over the city first." But the Talon says, "No can do." And just beat the hell out of everybody. Even though that Bane kills one of the Talons. I believe he actually killed one of the Talons. And the best way that the Banes get to kill a Talon was that he grabbed one of the Talons. So instead to do what Banes did to Batman, kind of like break his back, well, Bane took one of the Talons and he just ripped it apart in half with the bare hands. I know, he must be pumped up so much that, well, he did it. So there was a big fight and everything's finished there. Now, Bane, on his mind, he thought that the Talons was sent by Batman to stop Bane. But Bane knew that the Batman was an Arkham Asylum. So Bane goes to Arkham Asylum and start fighting with. That's where the story arc starts. Kind of. There's a part here where, in a way, doesn't make sense. How Bane went to here when Batman was already there. Unless that Bane went there thinking that he will make whatever he did to draw Batman to Arkham Asylum to do what he was trying to do, to break Batman again. That's what I think it happens. I mean, there are times that the writers kind of like lose kind of like the continuity sometimes, but with these storylines, it pretty much makes sense. Now we go back to this storyline. There's a big fight. Batman is fighting with everybody, and everybody's fighting Batman, all that, till finally to the last fight where Bane lost his balance and falls into the ocean where his body was never found. And then on the end of this story arc, Batman says, what do he say? I forgot. I think that Batman says he'll be back. I'll be back. I think so. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. So, on this issue number 6 of TALON. Now, remember that after this storyline, Bane was nowhere to be found. I never heard anything about Bane, not even on the older Batman books at all. till now, on issue number 6 of TALON. That's where I see Bane. I was like, oh, okay. But in issue number 6, it explains you a little bit what Bane was doing between this storyline and this storyline. Because what explains you in issue number 6 is what he was doing between this storyline and that one. That's what issue number 6 tells you. And it tells you a little bit of what happened before of this storyline. I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope so I'm making any sense. Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, sometimes writers have a difficult task, try to make the timeline that will make sense. And I believe that happened because of the limited pages that they have. If they will add maybe 2 or 3 pages more, probably they will be more easier for the writers to explain a little bit more. Or they can just make the panels a little more smaller with more reading. That's another option, but I guess that nobody hasn't figured out yet over there at DC Comics to do that. Oh well. So, although issue number 6 explains you what was going on, what happens here on issue number 7 is that Clark, the old guy from TALON, what his name? The first name is, his last name I think is Clark. Anyway, the old guy. The old guy, he finds Bane at the beach. And they were talking, they were saying, well, you know, those owls, they screwed my day because I want to take over the city, but those stupid owls came by and they just screwed up. And the old guy said, well, and Bane says, well, that's just Batman's fault. You know, blaming old Batman. So the old guy says, well, it's not Batman. It has nothing to do with the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls been here before Batman. And Bane goes like, really? And the old guy says, yeah. So they start giving their explanation. And the old guy says to Bane, look, the one who stopped you from taking over the city, it was not Batman. It was the Court of Owls. And that was it. That's why you see Bane on issue number 6, on issue number 7. Because Bane, now without Bane knowing it, because that's the thing about the old guy. He's very smart. I mean, he reminds me a little bit of that he's also on the comic books. That he always lying. That he always lie his way out of things. All the time. What is that? Oh, Constantine. Yeah, you know how he's Constantine? That he's always lying his teeth out. Well, that's the same thing with the old guy. So the old guy lied to Bane. Well, in a way. It's just he makes Bane to work with the old guy. For the old guy. Without Bane knowing it to whom he's working for. Now I'm going to give you my reviews of issue number 7. I mean, everything I told you just was a backstory. So for some of you that are not reading Dark Knight. Now to issue number 7. So issue number 7 is the confrontation between the TALON, which I forgot his name. I mean, there are just so many names. It's hard for me to keep up who is who. So I'm going to come the TALON. Yeah, the guy on the call. So that's a confrontation because I don't want to spoil it. Okay, I'm gonna say that what you see on the cover, yes, Bane appears on that issue, and also for the first time, which was great. I love it. TALON for the first time he meets Batman. Oh yeah, that was just pure joy. I was expecting that moment that Talon and Batman would meet face to face. And what Batman does to Talon and what Talon ended up doing to Batman, I am not going to tell you, because that was the fun part besides meeting each other. That was the fun part. So I know that this video is taking a little bit longer what I was expecting, but we all the background try to make the storyline to make sense. So I'm sorry. So there's a reveal there that who's who, and I just no matter what I say, I'm gonna spoil it. I don't want to do that. Okay, what I'm gonna say is that Talon issue number 7 is a 5 out of 5. If you're not reading Talon, because you're, well, I want to read a superhero that has to do something with the owls, well, believe me, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. I mean, once that you read it, you're gonna go, yeah, you will go, oh yeah. If you want to read Talon, read from issue number 7. Forget this storyline. Just read issue number 0 to up to 7, and you're gonna like that story. At least the character and the story, because the story so far have been really, really, really good, really good. But issue number 7, oh, it was a lot better than issue number 6. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So issue number 7 of Talon is a 5 out of 5. So you're not really Talon. Don't talk about it. Don't mention it. Just go and get it. Just go and get it. Because you're going to have a good read. Well, now remember, Talon, the Talon is not about the Court of Owls at all. Yes. It's a Talon that is going against the Talon. He wants to destroy the Talons. If that makes any sense. But it's a good read. It's a very, very good read. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. But if you start reading from issue number 6 or number 5, read from issue number 7, because you're gonna like that one. Oh yeah. Well guys, I hope that you like this video and my short review of Talon issue number 7 and my long backstory of the whole thing between Talon and Bane, how Bane ended up in Talon books. Because some of you might be wondering how the hell Bane ended up in Talon and not in Batman. Well, I just told you why. Well guys, this is it. I hope that you like it. See you later. Bye.